Twilight. Twilight, Twilight, Twilight. What can be said that hasn't already been said? Well, Twilight is a literary and cinematic phenomenon that's raked in almost $6 billion in its book and movie sales. But why is this franchise such a financial and cultural success, you might say? Well, let's take each movie one by one and see what's going on. The first film starts with Bella moving to Forks, Washington, because her mom and stepdad to live with her real father, played by Mustache Dad. Their chemistry is incredible.
Your hair's longer.
Cut it since the last time I saw you.
Oh. Guess it grew out again.
What? Bella also begins to get reacquainted with old friends.
Yeah, bring it.
Hi, I'm Jacob. We used to make mud pies when we were
What the
little.
hell are they doing back there? Entering into the middle of school, she somehow makes instant friends.
Hi, I'm Eric, the eyes and ears of this place. Anything you need? Tour guide, lunch date, shoulder to cry on?
I'm really kind of the more suffer in silence type.
Good headline for your future. I'm on the paper and your news, baby, front page.
What on earth is so special about Miss Suffer in Silence type? So begins the unexplainable adoration of Bella Swan. Everyone just loves her.
Hey, you're from Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Aren't people from Arizona supposed to be, like, really tan?
Yeah. Maybe that's why they kicked me out.
You're definitely the female lead we'll all love and be rooting for.
Burrito, my friend.
Hey, Mikey, you met my homegirl Bella. Yeah.
My girl.
Oh my god. Smile. Okay, sorry.
What
I
in the-
needed a candid for the future.
What is happening?
Daddy, Angelo.
Is this poor direction in acting, or is high school legitimately this
okay.
perplexing?
I got your back, baby.
Guess we'll just run another editorial on teen drinking.
You know, you could always go for eating disorders, speedo padding on the swim team.
Actually, that's a good one.
No.
Right?
No, it's not. Maybe they just love Bella because they're idiots?
Who's he?
Well, here he is, ladies, with his adorable blank stare, pale complexion, and non-existent personality.
That's Edward Cohen.
Surely no sane young lady would be attracted to this.
Taylor's nipples get hard really easily.
Oh. Come to find out, Bella has a biology class with Mr. Perfect. Edward makes the first smart move of the movie in trying to get into any other class than the one that Bella's in.
Just a minute, dear. I'm afraid you'll have to stay in biology.
Just have to endure it.
And, of course, Bella takes this in the most Bella-like way.
Doesn't even matter.
There's just this one guy who thinks I smell bad, but everyone else thinks I'm a goddess.
Talk to you later.
But it's okay, because he stays in the class and they have their very first conversation.
Let a player play.
What?
This beautiful and meaningful exchange causes Edward to sacrifice his secret to save her life. And now he's watching her sleep.
We shouldn't be friends.
But still hates her. Make up your mind! So then Bella starts to investigate and uncovers this incredibly complex theory about werewolves and vampires. She goes out to further her intuitive private eye work with some of her friends.
Dusty Rose one, too. Okay, I like this one. It makes my boobs look good. Right? Oh, that is uncomfortable.
Well, she's a hypocrite. and gets saved from the guys who like boobs by Edward, who takes her out to dinner. The most we get out of this scene is
Cat.
and the fact that Edward can read minds of everyone except Bella, which is causing a strange fascination deep in Edward's soul. Bella eventually figures everything out and then somehow silently tells Edward to follow her into the middle of the forest. After discovering he's a vampire, mind you, then we get a scene that would never have been reenacted by any human in reality, where Bella gets confirmation on her theory.
Vampire.
Are you afraid?
He then shows her his extremely lame sparkling abs, and all she can muster is
You're beautiful.
stupidity confirmed. And during the gratuitous exposition scene, we discover why Edward causes teenage girls to plaster their walls with Twilight posters, cry over just the trailers, and keep a copy of the books by their bed at night when they're feeling particularly lonely.
I wanted to kill you.
Edward is psychotically attracted to Bella. He has a desire to kill and or harm her that's drenched in obvious sexual overtones.
But it's you. Your scent. It's like a drug to me.
It's not, your smell makes me want to take you out to dinner, chat with you, take you to a movie, and then get it on all night. It's, your smell makes me want to chomp on your neck until you're drained of all blood and you become just like me. This is what's turning girls on these days. I quit. Anyway, Edward takes Bella to meet the rest of his family.
Badly, as in...
I would become the male.
So, is this actually sexual tension, or...
I'm Alice. Hi. Oh, you do smell good.
And she's a lesbian then, right?
It's okay. It's okay, Jasper. You won't hurt her.
An orgy? So, Edward and Bella continue to fuel their ever bland relationship as a predator killing random people draws nearer to the town.
So you and Cullen, huh? I don't like it. I mean, I don't know, he just looks at you like you're something to eat.
See? Even the stupid guy realizes that it's the most ridiculous thing since butternut squash. I mean, just look at it. How can you take it seriously? Next thing, Bella finally reveals to her mother that there is actually a boy in her life. Gotta go, Mom. He just broke into my room. Now, you see, this is the opposite of sexual tension, I think. They're about to kiss, yes, but what we're actually wondering is if Edward's going to eat Bella's head or not. Bella then decides to have Edward meet her father before heading out on a date.
All right. Bring him in.
Hey, Mustache Dad has the right idea. During the date, Bella plays vampire baseball with the Cullens. I won't even go into the details about how little sense this scene makes, including, wouldn't the ball or bat shatter on impact? Why would two guys bumping into each other make a loud noise? Who invited Jackie Chan? Or why couldn't Edward have thrown the baseball a foot to the left? Then the bad vampires show up out of nowhere wanting to play baseball. Yeah, I don't get it either. But one of them, James, smells at Bella and desires very much to do with her what all the Twilight fans want Edward to do to them. The bad guys leave, but it's obvious that Bella is still in danger, so they take her away from Forks, resulting in a legitimately heart-wrenching scene where Mustache Dad gets his whole life stepped on.
Bella, come on, I just got you back.
Yeah, and you know, if I don't get out now, then I'm just gonna be stuck here like Mom.
Aw, poor Mustache Dad. They decide to split Bella and Edward up to lessen the chances of James finding her, but Alice foresees, using the randomly selected superpower each vampire seems to be given when they become one, that James realizes they tricked him and has a vision of a room full of mirrors, which she absent-mindedly sketches. I don't know, is that part of the superpower too, or what? Anyway, James uses footage of Bella's mom from an old home video to lure Bella to the mirror room, actually a ballet studio. So like the intelligent young lady she is, she escapes from her vampire protectors and makes it to the studio armed with just pepper spray. Yeah. As you can expect, she gets a completely unexpected surprise when her mom isn't there and she's been lured into a trap. And right when it seems all is lost, Edward flies onto the screen from nowhere to save the day. Crap. James eventually gets defeated, however, and they
tear them apart and burn the pieces.
But not before Bella gets bitten herself. Bella's cross-eyed agony is about as much emotion as we've seen from her yet. She's saved, of course, and Edward wants her to leave Forks so he can't hurt her. This results in an Oscar-worthy performance from Kristen Stewart.
What? Are you... No! No! How... I don't even know what you're saying. How... What are you talking about? You want me to go away? I can't... No, I can't just leave you.
Prom time!
Bella.
Hey, where did I come from and why am I wearing this? We then see Jacob and Bella share more chemistry in these few lines than she ever did with Edward during the entire movie. So then some prom crap happens and Edward teases Bella with turning her into a vampire, and they just agree to stay the way they are for now because they have to milk a sequel out of this somehow, right? The film ends with the other bad vampire watching Edward and Bella dance. This may seem creepy, but we must remember that in the world of Twilight, staring at people without their knowledge is actually romantic. The credits roll as Radiohead's 15-step plays. This is arguably the best part of the movie because A, there's no movie left, and 2, we get to listen to Radiohead to revitalize us and bring us back to reality. But why Radiohead let Twilight use one of their songs is beyond me entirely. So, what did we get out of the first Twilight movie? We learned that being bland, awkward, and quite selfish will land you a quote-unquote hot boyfriend, alienate the only guy you actually have chemistry with, cause deadly vampires to want to consume you, and make Mustache Dad very sad. Oh no! In all reality, Bella isn't even really a character. She's not even an every woman. She's a blank spot. She's a placeholder where the reader or viewers place themselves instead. It's a fantasy for girls and women who don't think highly of themselves or have enough confidence to think they're worth something. Now, you may be saying things like, I already know Bella's an awful character, but the thing is, so is Edward. You need one, if not both of your romantic leads to be at least halfway decent, but Edward and Bella both suck. This may all be absolutely horrendous, you're thinking, but things have only just begun.